There we go. Okay, gentlemen, I know we started a minute late. We started a minute late, which means that we have 1 minute less to talk. So I'm going to switch over to us. Look at us. Hey, it's us. Hey, everybody. Guys, this is the February 24th, 2021 State of Play. So excited to be here. Brian Paul, this channel, Dave Station, AJ from the Underground. And thank you guys so much for being here and watching this with us. Remember, you do have the option of going to twitch.tv/PlayStation to watch this without our commentary. You're here because hopefully you want to watch it along with us and get a little bit of our commentary along the way. It should be fun, guys. I'm really, really excited. AJ, I think you have the PlayStation blog up and ready to go. Do you want to read off the official word of what we're expected to see tonight?
Sure, Brian. I'll go ahead and take it away. We've got an article from the PS blog from Sid Schumann, Senior Director at SIE Content Communications. Shout out to Sid Schumann. He's been around for a long time. He's a good guy. He says, time for another State of Play. This Thursday, today, a State of Play broadcast will serve up new updates and deep dives for 10 games coming to PS4 and PS5, including new game announcements and updates on some of the third-party and indie titles you last saw in June's PS5 showcase.
Wow. That's pretty brief.
10 games.
10 games.
Well, there's a little bit more, but that's, that was the important part. There's going to be 10 games shown. Some we already know about, so they're going to be doing deep dives on them. This is mostly, just to temper everyone's expectations, this is mostly going to be a non-VR related stream, but that doesn't stop us from enjoying these and checking it out. And there is a chance, Brian, that we could see something, which is why we wanted to be here to watch it and witness it, if so.
Yeah, I mean, I ran a Twitter poll today, and I was like, "What do you think we're going to see? Any VR games today?" And it's actually pretty split right across the board. No VR, a little bit of PSVR 1, a little bit of PSVR 2. In my humble opinion, we ain't seeing any PSVR 2 games, and we already know they're not going to talk about any of the hardware. They already said that straight out. So get those expectations right in check. Yeah,
I think at best.
Yes.
Sorry, I think at best we see what I'm hoping for is just one big PSVR 1 announcement. I think that's our best bet if to get anything, and that would be huge for me. I will be happy. Just give me one big PSVR 1 announcement. I'll be good to go.
I think there's quite a few options. I think that's where my head is at. I definitely think that one big PSVR 1 option would be amazing. Obviously, the game that everyone keeps talking about is Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil Village. It's only months away from release, and that sounds super probable for PSVR 1, now that we know that PSVR 2 is like at least a year out. Well, we're not going to be sitting here without VR support for Resident Evil Village for a year, are we? What do you think? I don't know if you're doing work stuff, man. So if you need us to keep everything rolling.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I am pretty much right until the thing starts. I'm getting IMs and stuff, but I told him I got to cut right at 5.
All right, very cool. I want to give a shout out to Owando Kiernado. God, I hope I pronounced that right. With the €5. What?
Kiernando.
I feel like we should dance. With the €5 donation, says, "Hey cats, hey, reckon they announced the PSVR 2 to get it out there before the State of Play." I mean, I think yes, but for multiple reasons. I think they don't want another State of Play going by where people are like, Sony's dropping the ball on VR, Sony's abandoning PSVR. Like they just want that message to stop being said because they know it's not true. They've known for a long time, and so I think these events are going to be much more positive going forward because that's out there now.
Right.
Well, I think, either way, even if we don't see any VR stuff, we still have that news in our back pocket to get excited about. But then if this was sort of a way to open the floodgates for them to actually talk about a PSVR 2 game, that could be interesting too. Like, I'd like to see if they're just going to be like, hey, we announced the thing, so now we can say this game and that game are both going to be PSVR 2 supported when that comes out in the future. Because, it's not crazy for studios to talk about stuff that's 2 years out. We heard about Cyberpunk for a decade before that shit came out. That's a rare story, but they could still announce stuff now that it's out in the open. Why not? So fingers crossed.
The timing is interesting. The timing gives us
a 1-2 punch.
the timing makes it like that is a possibility now. Still not expecting that. But it's certainly, it's not completely off the table because of that announcement earlier. And like Brian said, that clears the air of so many things. We can now not have any expectations, not be let down by this. We can just enjoy the show because we already know we're getting ours. So, but it would be awesome to have something included into this show for sure.
Yeah. I saw, was it one, crap, I lost it already. Somebody asked if we could talk about,
Stride.
Stride.
Insurance.
One Insurance, thank you. That's what it was. There are so many games right now that I don't expect this to be like loaded with PSVR games, but there's so many questions about PSVR games. Like Stride has basically teased that they are coming very soon, right? It's going to be out very soon, but it's like, well, so soon, but you can't give us an announcement, so maybe Sony wants to control that message. Also, we're like, where's Poker Stars? Where's the Beat Saber multiplayer update? There's all these things that are PSVR related. Windlands 2, they keep saying it's coming, and then just recently said it's almost here. Like, it's like who's controlling the final message on these things about a release date or exactly when it's coming is the question.
Well, I see Daniel Williams and a couple other cats saying that they really hope to see the long anticipated Resident Evil 8 VR mode. For me, I don't know. Like there were some rumors that it was definitely VR, had VR. We just really don't know if it was Resident Evil, if it was PSVR 1 or if it doesn't work, then PSVR 2.
Yeah.
I'm kind of leaning more towards PSVR 2 for Resident Evil 8 as more of a possibility. But I don't know. But there's so many options. There's so many things that could happen right now. But again, I expect the majority of this to be like maybe Ratchet or the Kena, couple other games that all look awesome and stuff too. Yeah. So I'll be enjoying checking them out.
This is a crazy idea. Probably won't happen, but imagine if they were like, okay, Ratchet and Clank is going to be VR supported when PSVR launches.
In every game that you saw during this, I keep saying, going back to that, every game you saw during this event will support PSVR 2.
I'm just picturing that whole thing where you travel between realms, like in VR around you. That'd be so crazy, like jumping through worlds. That would look incredible in VR.
Yeah. Are we taking pizza bets? It's a great question.
I don't know. Dan Kiefer says, "Big woman with big hat, block out the sun."
Yeah, I like it.
Loves the Resident Evil lady.
I'm willing to put a pizza bet on the only PSVR game we see this time around is Resident Evil Village, and I love being real specific with this stuff. It will be PSVR 1 supported, launching day and date with the game itself. That I love getting super specific with these things. I know, like, you watch somebody like Kind of Funny and they try to get all vague and like see how many points they can get. I'm like, no, I'm going all or nothing, man. I'm going for broke. Pizza bet. Who's taking it?
I don't know.
I don't know if I'd really bet against that. But if I'm gonna say something different,
real quick. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, AJ. But before the show gets started, I want to get these tips out of the way real quick.
Please do,
so we don't have to do in the middle of the show. Mako XL with the $2 Canadian says Windlands 2 will be released today. End of show. That would be awesome.
Don't think so.
But it is coming
cool.
soon. And then we got Wonder Rob says Meow Game Cats since PSVR 2 got announced. How likely do you think we are to see VR announcements today? But I think the show's starting. $5, Rob. Thank you.
Not PSVR. I don't think we're going to see PSVR 2.
Wouldn't expect any, maybe a mention at most.
Here we go.
It's going. Let's see. Everybody shoot it.
All right, let's do this.
Where's my volume? Where's my volume?
Yeah, where's my volume?
Here we go. Here's my volume.
That last part might have been a hair dramatic, but there's lots of awesome updates and additions coming to the Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time experience on PlayStation 5.
Let's go, Crash.
DLC for Crash Bandicoot.
Hey everyone, I'm Lou Stubb, creative producer at Toys for Bob.
This. I don't
I'm
think
here to give you the feature rundown on Crash Bandicoot 4 on PS5. That includes 4K at 60 frames per second, adaptive triggers, 3D audio, and more.
Let's make this fun.
Picking up where Crash Bandicoot Warp left off, in Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, we find the evil masterminds Neocortex and Dr. Entropy escaping a once-thought inescapable interdimensional prison, leaving giant holes in the universe. What follows is a mind-bending adventure for Crash and his marsupial pals. We designed Crash Bandicoot 4 to leap off your screen, brimming with bold, vibrant environments and characters. Crash Bandicoot has always looked pretty suave, but wait until you see him spinning heads in native 4K at 60 frames per second. With the weight of the universe on your shoulders, and probably some errands to run,
This looks
there's
pretty
little
damn
time
good.
to wait on loading screens. The DualSense wireless controllers bring
PS5,
adaptive
yeah.
triggers to your fingertips, so you can feel the blast of Neo Cortex's DNA-changing ray gun, or feel the grip when you grapple Atana's hookshot. Hold on tight when you feel the boost of Crash's jetboard.
Dude, we're gonna have-
and really feel the suck when you vacuum his
We're gonna have
Dingodog.
adaptive triggers.
Looking to
On
get fully
Crash
immersed
Bandicoot,
in the
this is gonna
Crash
be great.
Bandicoot universe?
And in
Crank it
our
up to
next
11
gen
and
controllers.
Take your audio into an all
Yeah,
new dimension with
absolutely.
enhanced 3D
I'm just wondering
audio.
if they're going to do today like a bunch of, and the PS5
Achieving
update
the
is
infamous
available
106%
now.
completion is the sign of
Because
true
if this PS5
Bandicoot
update is out
mastery.
now, that'd be awesome.
But should our genetically
Like I'll go buy
mutated
this game
marsupial
tonight and
lose
play
his
it.
way,
It's a PS5 game.
leverage PlayStation 5 activity cards to track your progress and hit your goals for things like time trials, flashback levels, and boss fights. I bet Entropy wishes he had that. Even bring your incomplete save over from the PlayStation 4 and use the activity cards to get to 106%. Oh, and one more thing. If you own the PS4 version of the game, an upgrade option is available. Check out the PlayStation blog for full details. Whether it's your first playthrough or your 100th, there's no better time to experience
Loving the
Crash
free
Bandicoot
upgrades.
4 It's About Time
Yeah.
on PlayStation 5.
Unless you're Capcom and it's
Welcome
Devil May
back,
Cry.
Crash.
I
The
can
gang's all
pay for
here
it,
on
yeah.
today's new edition of State of Play. We've got some great
Check
updates
it.
lined up for you. First, let's check out the latest on an eagerly anticipated
Returnal.
game coming to the PS5 console this spring from PlayStation Studios.
Oh shit, we got a Jeremy.
Hey everyone, we at
Chat.
Housemark
What's
are
up,
excited to give you
Dude,
this
Returnal
sneak
looks
peek
dope.
at Returnal.
I can't wait to play this. And they've
In
teased
Returnal,
doing
you will
VR
play
before.
as Celine, an
Not that
Astra
this is
scout.
gonna be a
who
VR
crash
reveal.
lands on
They
an
have-
alien
this in
planet,
They have teased it
Atropos,
before.
after receiving
For
a
Next Machina,
mysterious
there
signal,
was like a chance. it was
White
gonna come.
Shadow. Players will explore this
Oh, that looks
inscrutable, dark planet in search for answers and unfold mysteries, which may point to a larger force at play. Dashing and quickly maneuvering your way above and around enemies is key to survival in Returnal.
This is my kind of game right here.
It looks really cool. I mean, it's still got that Housemark vibe. Like it's fast-paced, kind of bullet helly. Like the bullet pattern of that guy was like bullet
With
hell.
the large variety
almost
of enemies
died.
and
Oh, he
the vast
lived.
number
She
of
lived.
unique movesets each possess,
Oh my
combat
god, look at
situations.
that.
Streaming.
Besides the intense combat, Returnal also has a deep and engaging narrative. We allow players to piece together the puzzle that is the story of Celine as they venture deeper and deeper into Atropos and into her personal nightmare.
That can't be here.
I think I am reliving my memories in that house, but not fully. They're corroded. Some parts are missing, others seem manufactured. But I can remember the torment, feeling like I was losing my mind. There's no
Jarvis.
comfort here. No safe space.
Cooler than I thought.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
Call me. I'm on the internet. Don't call me. Damn it.
Whoa.
Exactly as
First person. What was it? What? What was that at the end?
Right.
Uh-oh.
Returnal lands on
Writing that
April
down.
30th, and it's developed by the talented team at Housemark.
That was quite interesting.
Next, let's take a closer look at a high-impact new PS4 game called Knockout City.
Knockout City. It's a dodgeball game that looks like a Jet Set Radio a little bit. Not
Hi,
exactly.
I'm Josh
no,
from
not
Bellin
really at all.
Studios.
Never mind, I take
We're
it
an
back.
indie developer based in upstate New York, and we recently announced Knockout City, a team-based multiplayer action game for PS4 where rival crews settle their scores with epic dodgeball battles.
That could be kind of fun.
Knockout City is easy to pick up and play, but there's a lot of depth here for those who've got the skills. In our 1v1 face-off mode, you'll go head-to-head in a constantly shrinking battleground, relying on your reflexes and abilities to knock out an opponent.
I'm feeling
well-timed
either
catch
free to
powers up the
play
ball,
or
making it
PS
easier
Plus
to land a
game
hit.
for this one now. you know.
Use trick shots to lob the ball over a ledge or hook it around a corner. Fake a throw to mess up your opponent's timing and knock them out before they can recover. When you're in a tough spot with a ball flying your way, a last-second dodge is the difference between getting knocked out and staying in the fight. Keep your wits about you and outplay your opponent to bring home a win. Let's jump into Team KO, our 3v3 mode. Teamwork makes the dream work in Knockout City. If your crew is outmatched, a well-coordinated team can still dominate. We're playing in Back Alley Brawl, a new map that you'll find in our upcoming crossplay beta. The special ball for this match is the Sniper Ball, which locks onto targets from far across the map and wham! You can take them out before they have a chance to react. Beyond special balls, each map features a unique mechanic. In Back Alley Brawl, you can hop into a tube and make a quick getaway or use them to sneak up on your opponents. Caught empty-handed? You can literally become the ball, a new weapon for your teammate. Or risk it all. Charge up a teammate, launch them high into the air with an ultimate throw, and they'll land in a huge instant KO explosion. The team here at Velen has been obsessed with building this world over the last 4 years. Knockout City is coming out May 21st, and we'd love your help in our final stretch of development. Rally your crew and sign up for our crossplay beta at knockoutcity.com to play early on PlayStation. See you soon, Brawlers.
Gotta love the Jet Grind Radio type logo, though, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Didn't even think about that. Some people are into it. Some people in the chat saying they're into that.
Could be fun.
Time for something
I'm not like a
new.
competitive multiplayer
Here's
person.
your first
so
look at an
it
upcoming
really depends on what it
PS5
is.
game from the team at Slow Clap.
Slow clap. No, never mind.
Nope. Who did we think it was?
Clap hands.
Ah, yeah.
Everybody's golf.
Right. Man, I kind of like the look of this. I just like the art style.
Old boy vibes.
Some Rumpelstiltskin shit going on there. I've been on the ground for 8 months through this nice beard.
I'll play it.
That was the debut of Sifu, coming to the PS5 console later this year. Now let's get an update on
Seafood?
Solar Ash, an epic new PS5
Seafood.
adventure from Heart
Seafood.
Machine.
Seafood.
Remember, this looked pretty.
Getting a little bit of the Gravity Rush vibe from the animation style and stuff. Oh, whoa, that looks
The black hole.
The
As
skating
predicted
stuff is nice.
in the persistence.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex Preston, creative director of Heart Machine. You might know us as the team behind Hyperlight Drifter. Today, I'm here to show you the first peek at gameplay for our new title, Solar Ash. Solar Ash is a huge, stylish 3D platformer focused on speed, movement, and fluidity. The game is set inside a giant black hole known as the Ultra Void, which has been consuming everything in its path. You play as Ray, a daring Void Runner who has decided to venture into this terrifying anomaly as a last-ditch effort to save her homeworld.
Did two people make the
Ray is
Pathless
extremely
as
agile,
separate games?
able to speed across the world with abilities akin to skating.
I don't know, it does
On
look
the
like
ashen
that, though.
clouds, she can
A
quickly
lot
cover
like
great
that.
distances in our huge world. At its core, Solar Ash is a game about movement, and Ray has everything she needs to flow through the dangerous and unique world.
I do love rail grinding, though.
Dude,
I might play this.
I love the chat, man. Shaifu's like trying to steal my name.
As you journey to save your planet, you'll find yourself face to face with grotesque and violent creatures. Our combat system is simple, fast, and fluid, built to empower players and encourage flow. As you explore the Ultra Void, enemy encounters will scale to greater and greater sizes. Some of these creatures require speed and precise timing to defeat.
So I know they're not going to announce this, but imagine this like bound style in VR. That would be really nice, right?
For sure.
Rey will eventually need to face the massive sentinels of this void. Wretched, starved beasts that hold the key to her quest. Solar Ash is Heart Machine's vision of the adventure platformer. The giant spaces, the feel of movement, the flow of combat, and the high-stakes battles atop enormous beasts all come together to bring players something we think is incredibly unique, and more importantly, fun. This game is a labor of love for everyone on the Heart Machine team. We're excited to bring Solar Ash to PS5 and PS4 later this year.
Oh, I thought he was going to say later today.
Right.
Damn it.
Damn it. Scott Jesco, PSN, Harry Fellow, PSVR Game Count for Life with a five
If you're a
quick
fan
tip.
of scary
Thank you so much, man. We love you.
This next one is for you.
Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil Village. If you're a fan of scary games, oh no, what is this shit?
Sweet.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
You are small.
Oh yeah, let's go. This is gonna be a VR later.
Nice.
This will be a VR game late 2021. 2022, sorry. Let's get it.
This is cool, man. It's a great trailer.
Gregory, we can get you out of here. You and me together. They won't stop hunting you.
It's gonna be like
None
that.
of them will stop hunting you.
Ooh, it's got locomotion.
Nice.
We have to get you out by morning.
Do as I say. You will bring me what I want. And if you fail me, then you will. Both of you burn!
You're actually running from Nicolas Cage.
That's what Steve IRE said. He plays Nick Cage in this one. I love it. Love it.
This could definitely be a VR game.
You realize.
It's coming out this year, though.
That was a chilling new look at Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
If it's
Up
VR, I'll
next,
play it
let's
just
take
for
a
the
tour of
sliding into the
Oddworld
balls.
Soulstorm.
I want to slide into the balls in VR.
Hi, I'm Lauren Lanning, creative director at Oddworld Inhabitants. Today, I'm going to take you on a brief tour of our newest game, Oddworld Soulstorm.
They've always known you would come. Do you know why you have?
In Soulstorm, you reprise the role of Abe, accidental hero turned unlikely leader of an emerging revolution, as you do battle through weird and wonderful environments in an effort to escape the all-powerful and eternally greedy Gluckins. We really wanted to bring this world to life with what we call 2.9D platforming, which adds much more depth and immersion for the player. This sense of connection is also reinforced through the use of the DualSense's haptic feedback, as you'll now be able to feel Abe's heartbeat in high alert and suspenseful situations. There are well over 1,000 fellow Mudokons that you must try to save along the way. But they are far more than helpless workers looking to be saved.
I've been calling them
When
Mudokons
used
for like 20
effectively,
years.
You'll be able to solve puzzles, harness their combined energy, and be given the tools they need to fight alongside you. And there will be times when the extra hands will be needed as you face off against an array of heavily armed enemies that will stop at nothing to find and end Abe once and for all. In order to stand a chance against this much larger threat, we gave Abe the ability to scavenge, loot, and pickpocket items from his surroundings and use them to craft an impressive arsenal of his own that he can share with others. You can also play as a non-lethal pacifist or an agent of chaos. We wanted you to have the choice. But there is one iconic ability for our shamanic protagonist, Possession. This mystical power allows you to take control of your foes and use their strengths and weapons against them, or use them to gain access to paths still ahead. The Oddworld universe is a diverse place, and this means that there are some environments and situations that require a little more thought, patience, and stealth. You'll find dark and dangerous caves, heavily guarded industrial sites, and ancient forgotten lands. Here, we've built lots of opportunities for you to test your skills and find different ways to handle things. It won't be easy. If being hunted by an army backed by a shady and wealthy organization isn't bad enough, there are also more dangers in the forms of natural obstacles, ancient traps, trials against swarming dark creatures, and industrial hazards that must be dodged, crossed, and avoided. Ultimately, Abe's journey is one of hope, freedom, and truth. There's a rich and engaging narrative to discover in a world full of lies, and we've been able to bring our characters to life like never before. In true Oddworld fashion, your
Heart of
actions
Darkness 2?
in-game will decide the fate of Abe and all those you manage to liberate along the way, and we can't wait to see what you will do.
Oh, the eyes looking around are creepy. That's creepy. I don't like that. Stop looking at me, Abe. Shut up. Stop.
Abe's always looked creepy, though. This is
like that. No, but he's like looking at me now. That's weird.
That was the latest on Oddworld Soulstorm. And here's some exciting news. Active PlayStation Plus members will get the PS5 version for no extra cost, starting in April. Moving on. It's time to catch up with Kena Bridge of Spirits,
Anybody
a gorgeous new adventure we last saw in the June PS5 showcase.
No, I haven't been.
because 10 games and we've only got 11 minutes left. Come on. I hope this is a free plus game.
I don't think this will be a free plus game.
Yeah, probably not.
Maybe eventually.
I was just hoping because I didn't want to pay for it, but I also want to play it. So I'm selfish like that.
It looks a little too good to be a free day one PS Plus game.
They're usually timid. Something tells me you did not come to our village looking for forest creatures.
Hello, Spirit. I seek passage to the Sacred Mountain Shrine.
Oh, yeah.
Our village is bound to the shrine's energy. But that power just faded long ago.
Combat kind of looks like my first God of War or something. You know, like
tangled in the
family friendly, but pretty good.
You must help these spirits if you wish to reach the mountain shrine.
It's okay. You have to go now. Move on.
You stay Frost, he said this reminds me of Beyond Good and Evil, and I totally agree, man.
of a spirit guide is a lonely one.
It does kind of look like a rare game.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks good. Yeah, I'm.
Now let's settle in for a stylish
know if
new
I'll play
look
it, but
at
it looks great.
Deathloop,
I'll
a
play it.
PS5 first-person shooter developed by the team at Arcane.
Arcane Studios.
What?
You'll never ever
Potential
break
VR
this
game.
loop.
There's
Could
no
be.
never here. Just you,
Looks kinda like
me,
it.
and the rest of these maniacs.
Bring it, baby.
This is Ramblin' Frank's Matinee. This little ditty goes out to the handsome asshole trying to break our loop. Colt, the visionaries are ready to dance. Are you?
Toxic illusion. Falling
The
deep
graphics look like PSVR graphics, right? Like
Right, I both started dancing.
static delusion. This is where we do or die. And I've been here before. Face to face with the gun. Up against all the odds. And I'm the only one. Oh, I've been here before. It must be true. This is
Stay still for like a second.
Again.
Die already! You're doomed! Somebody's feeling feisty.
Oh, I've been here before. It must be true. This is at the beginning of the end again.
Where you been hiding? Boy, do I got a bone to pick with you. Let's do it again tomorrow.
What to do when the bullet is the same, but the kill is always new.
Song's over, people. And so is Ramblin' Frank. The rest of you
Really
motherfuckers are
hoping we
next.
see this.
they better make this VR at some point.
Right?
That is so good. That was like the best trailer of the day. That was a really cool trailer. And so much first person. Yeah, you know, it makes you wonder a little bit. Some of those character models
Before
look
we
like
leave, how
PSVR
about
characters.
a huge update for one of 2020's most celebrated games?
Huh?
Oh. Strap in, AJ.
Cloud! Quickly!
PS5 update.
Jesse! Barrett!
Where you been?
Tifa! Help me!
This remake was so good.
Come on, let's push it past the red line. Now it's my turn.
Got your little force right here.
A touching reunion.
Well, guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar.
Is all this is in the
My name
game?
is Yuffie,
Yeah.
Materia Hunter and
It's gonna
Elite
be
Special
DLC
Forces
or something.
operative for
Oh.
the new Wutai government. We'll prove to our
Yuffie.
common enemy that
That's
Wutai
awesome.
is not to be trifled with.
I love her.
Members of Avalanche, we got this.
I'm back.
She's a little
Ah,
thief.
there you are. Someone's been expecting you. What took you?
Sorry about that.
Is that Vincent?
It's nice to meet you.
No.
I'm Sonon Kusakabe. Where's Cloud?
We lost him.
You what?
He will be okay, though, right?
Well, of course he will.
They're the ones who blew up the reactors.
Cool.
Should we say hi?
No, better not. After what they've done, you gotta assume Shinra's on their tail.
Look, a Moogle! Stop!
We gotta help.
I wonder what's with the outfit change.
It's adorable.
It is adorable, but it's different.
She looks awesome. I mean, the gameplay for her looks really badass. With all these moves, man.
No freaking way!
Seems possible.
Now she's got a normal outfit.
Boss!
Get wrecked!
You guys should probably get moving.
Got it.
Whatever it is they're planning, you're better off out of it.
They deserve what's coming to them.
Yeah, they do, but I'm not your sister.
There you are.
Who are these jerks?
No clue. It just appeared.
Intergrade.
Braxton,
weird name
Braxton
for
V
it.
says, because why work on part 2?
Oh, that's a while. That looks fun, though.
Get down here, Bert.
Braxton, coming 2048. Music, Umatsu, your god.
I guess you're gonna have to play it all over again for the new textures.
Looks like
Chocobo Racing VR update. Come on, let's do this.
I'm down for some Chocobo Racing if it's in VR.
Yeah.
Oh,
I need the music back though. I need the music back.
Funny.
I'm glad they showed this scene side by side. That's awesome. Oh, was that ray tracing? There's some reflections on there that weren't in the PS4 one.
Nice. Classic was too easy.
Wait, what?
So no more going and searching for her in the woods? What is this? You're just gonna
You see
give
that?
it, give her us?
That's how ninjas do it.
Yep.
That's how ninjas do it. Fist bump. I don't think that's how ninjas do it. I don't think ninjas fist bump.
No.
You can even carry over your saved data. Like it shouldn't be something that should just come naturally in every single game.
Given how rare it happens,
Yeah, I know. It's such a disaster.
probably harder.
That was the reveal of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, coming to the PS5 console later this year. And that's our show. We hope you're as excited as we are for what's to come in 2021. See you next time.
Yeah, it's all right.
It was all right.
Yeah, I was hoping for a like
Wasn't
at
bad.
least one today it's available thing, even if it was flat.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I love that stuff. some good trailers. I mean, I just wish Deathloop was VR. It looks like really VR.
We can't get into that stuff yet, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We can't get into that yet.
I'm trying not to be disappointed because of like I'm wondering how many more chances we have for Village to be announced for VR. Like, was this our last chance? Was that it? Was that like the last saving grace?
Maybe.
Might have been.
Like I said, man, I think it's going to end up being a PSVR 2 thing. I don't know, if they were barely able to get the PS4 version of Village running. This is primarily like, so in most cases we've had a PS4 game that gets a PS5 version. This Resident Evil Village is a PS5 game that got a PS4 version.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I'm leaning toward it's going to be a PSVR 2 thing.
Yeah.
Also, because if I were them, I'm like, that's how you sell PSVR 2s. That's going to sell a lot more PSVR 2s than making a PSVR 1 version is going to sell PSVR 1s.
It's just a lot less exciting. It sells a lot less headsets when it's like, hey, remember that game that came out a year ago that you've already played 1,000 times? Now you can play it in VR. It's like, well, cool, man, but that's no longer exciting. It's exciting now. I don't think it's exciting in a year from now. But that's just my take. Yeah. Who knows? If I have to wait a year to play it in VR, then I certainly will. That's how I'm going to go about that. Guys, since there were no VR games announced and nothing to talk about VR related, I say we get out of here. We give ourselves a quick little 25-minute break before Gamescast Live. We give you guys a chance to stretch your feet, stretch your legs, stretch your feet too. Why not? Hey, they're part of your legs. And then come back here. The Gamescast stream is already set up and ready to go. So hopefully we'll see you back over there. In like
don't worry, Kat. We got your VR fix coming your way, coming in hot.
So much VR stuff to talk about. So guys,
oh my goodness.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, AJ. Thank you all the cats in the chat, and we will certainly see you guys in just a few minutes. We love you all. Oops, I put the wrong thing up.